Hi all, my name is Professor Samuel Johnson. I teach at VIT-AP School of Business at VIT-AP University. I welcome you all to this course MGT 1002, Lean Startup Management. Have you ever heard or have you ever imagined that you can start your own startup without having your own brand, without having your own product, and even without having your own services? Have you heard of this concept called franchising? Franchisor? Franchisee? The definition of franchising. Franchising is a form of marketing and distribution in which the owner of a business system grants to an individual or group of individuals the right to run a business selling a product or providing a service using the franchise's business system. Let's see a small example. There is Mr. Raju, who is young, energetic. He wants to become an entrepreneur but does not have expertise. On the other hand, there is an ABC company which is there over 10 years and they want to scale up and have a global footprint. Here is where the concept of franchising is born, where ABC and Raju join hands together to form a franchisee business model. ABC will share all its experience with Raju and shall take back a small portion of his profit for lending its expertise. The small portion of his profit is referred to as royalty fee. I hope by now all of you might have understood the basics of franchising. Let's see the world's top global brands. All of them have scaled up due to franchising. Nike, Adidas, Puma, McDonald's, Subway, KFC, Starbucks, Honda, Suzuki, Hyundai, Bajaj Auto, Amul, Lenskart, DHL, Blue-Dart, DTDC, Tanishq, Nikon. If you see your day-to-day utility things in your home, your soap, your paste, your shampoo, your razor, even your Amazon delivery, everything is coming to you through franchising model. Now, let's see various types of franchising. Product distribution franchising, manufacturing franchising, business system franchising. A product distribution franchise is defined as a type of franchise in which the franchisor grants a right or authority to the franchisee to distribute the products of the franchisor. Let's see the example of OnePlus. OnePlus is manufacturing in China. OnePlus wanted to penetrate to Indian market. OnePlus found business partners in India. That is how OnePlus got delivered to you. This is a classic example of product distribution franchise. Now let's see what manufacturing franchisee means. A type of franchisee in which the franchisor grants a right to the franchisee to manufacture and sell its products using the trademark of the franchisor. Let's take an example of PepsiCo. PepsiCo is based in the United States of America. But when they want to penetrate to Indian market, it's not viable to manufacture Pepsi in the US and transport to India. Now that is where PepsiCo found some manufacturers and have given license to use their trade secret and trademark to produce more products of PepsiCo in India. This example is for manufacturing franchising. The third and the most famous model is business format franchising. Here, the franchisor provides a method to the franchisee to operate the business by using the trademark and logo of the franchisor. Let's take an example of KFC. They have a proven business format which they have shared with the franchisee, wherein they can invest and run their outlet in accordance to the business standards of KFC throughout the globe. Now, let us see the famous relationship models of franchising. They are KOKO, FOCO, FICO, KOFO, and FOFO. Now, let's see one by one. The first one is KOKO Model, company owned, company operated. In this model, the companies have their own franchisee showrooms run and managed by them. To name a few, Lenskart, Shell, Big Bazaar, etc. Now let's see the next one. FOCO model. Franchisee owned, company operated. To name a few examples to understand, a petrol bunk, where you see HP petrol bunk or Bharat Petroleum petrol bunk, it is franchisee owned but company operated. Let's get back to the example of our Raju in our story. Now, if Raju has, as a franchisee, owned a petrol bunk, even though Raju is a franchisee owner of the petrol bunk, its day-to-day operations are governed by the company's operations. The next one, which is similar lines with FOCO, it's called FICO. Franchisee invested, company operated. The thin line of difference between both is, in FICO, multiple investors can come together and invest in one franchisee, but still the company takes the operations. Let's see the next model, which is called as KOFO model. Company owned, franchisee operated. If you go back to our story of Raju, if Raju wants to start an ice cream franchisee of Ibaco in his town, Raju can take care of the day-to-day operations, but Raju can never be the owner of the Ibaco franchisee, because Ibaco follows the KOFO model, which is company owned, franchisee operated. The most prevalent model is called FOFO model. Franchisee owned, franchisee operated. This is the most widely used model among all the franchisee models. Let's take a few examples which we keep seeing day in and day out. Van Heusen showroom, Raymond showroom, Bata, KFC, McD, Subway, Tony and Guy, all this. If you have to get back to Raju's story, if Raju is going to use FOFO model, Raju will be the franchisee owner and franchisee operator. By now, you might have understood how franchising works, and you might have also learned how to become an entrepreneur even without having a product or a service of your own. For further references, kindly look into the websites, journals, and magazines of franchising. See you in the next class.